You're on.
Hi, so it's Wednesday, which means it's time to bake, and I just realized my glasses are horribly dirty. It was from getting prepared earlier today. So hopefully you are all doing fine today. I know it's been another tough week, and I know that there's been lots going on. So hopefully everyone is safe, and I'm trying to find where I'm supposed to stand. Didn't mark my floor. I had a problem with our oven. It didn't want to heat up, but we got it all fixed and everything is fine again. So we're ready to roll. So I'm a little offbeat right now. So anyway, I'm glad you're here, and let's get to what we're doing today. So today we're going to do a gluten-free lemon poppy seed cupcake, and it's going to have a surprise. So a lot of people are really trying hard to be healthier, right? I know I am. It doesn't always work, but I know I am. I try. So I think a gluten-free cupcake that tastes amazing. You would not believe the difference between a regular cupcake and this gluten-free cupcake. It tastes exactly the same. It's so good. So definitely you're going to want to try this because it is yummy. The surprise is that it's going to be filled with Mama Cheesecake New York lemon, and it's been a long time, but it's the summer and it's time for lemon curd. So I made some lemon curd for us to add to the poppy seed cupcake. So it's going to just be packed with lemon. It just sounds so good, doesn't it? Very refreshing. So hopefully it's something you guys are interested in. Now before I start, I want to make sure, as I mention each time, text Cheesecake to 55469, and that'll put you on a VIP list, and you'll get notified when different things are happening, including any sales that may be going on. I used to be events that we're at, but at this moment, that's not happening, right? Getting to that point, I'm hoping you guys are all still washing your hands like crazy and wearing your face mask. I know it's tough. We're all tired of wearing that face mask, but you know, I'm sure you've read everywhere how it is starting to spike, and we don't want it to spike up here. So let's keep on with those face masks. What else? Also, you know, when I first started Mama Cheesecake, I actually was part of a group called Count Me In. And Count Me In was put together by Nell Merlino. She actually put together the first Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. And she stopped to take a position somewhere else, but she's coming back, and we're all so excited that she's coming back. So she's doing a Count Me In revival for women's economic independence. So if you are an individual, you're a female, and you run a business, you want to find out more about this. So go to Eventbrite, and I'm going to be posting a link on my page as well as Mama Cheesecake page, and phenomenal group. If you want to be around like-minded individuals, that's how we get to where we get, right? Then this is the way to do it. So make sure you check it out. So let's get baking, and then of course I'll give little tidbits on cupcakes. Who knew there were tidbits, right? So we start off with a gluten-free flour. I think I mentioned to all of you that I had a gluten-free flour that I really, really like. It's a rice blend. But unfortunately, I found out that they only sell it in pellets of like 10 or 15 sizes of these giant 10-pound bags or 20-pound bags. And I told the guy, what am I going to do with that many a pellet of all this? I would have to sleep on it. So they're going to send me out something smaller, and he said they are working on trying to get a smaller package that they could get out to stores. As soon as I know what it is, I will let you all know, because I think it's the best flour out there for gluten-free baking. However, Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1 flour, love it. It's really good, and that's what we have in here. So in here I actually have what is it, 2 cups. I'm looking at my recipe right now, and 2 cups plus 2 tablespoons of flour. And to this I'm going to add some baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm going to add a pinch of salt in there also. Get that going. Then, because this is poppy seed, I'm adding 3 tablespoons. I don't know if you all can see that. This time I'm holding my hand because the last time I did this I spilled all over the floor. So I've got 3 tablespoons of poppy seeds. We're going to drop that right in. Let me set this over here. Get these things out of the way. And then, again, because we're talking lemon poppy seed, poppy seed cupcakes, I am adding in there, I'm going to take the flour. This is just fresh lemon zest. If anyone has ever messed with fresh lemon zest, you get where it's so dry. So here's a little trick. If you add some flour or sugar, whatever you're using, and put that in, mix it around, you'll get just about all of your zest. Now, I know a lot of individuals are starting to get back to work, right? And so, wait, I see someone coming in on this side. Oh, my brother is watching, which means my mom and other sister are watching. Hey, Mom. Hey, Sibs. And all you do is mix together very lightly the lemon zest and the poppy seed. Can you all see that? Mm-hmm. So since a lot of people are getting back to work, it makes it a little tough considering what we're doing, right? Everyone's getting into work, so doing this at 3 o'clock isn't necessarily the best time. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to start moving this actually to looking to see, I think there was a question there. Hi, watching with Mom and Patsy. That's my sister, and he's watching with my mother. So I think what I'm going to be doing is YouTube, and I do have my YouTube channel, and I'm working on getting that all put together so it's a little bit better than what it has been. Working with Deborah Darris on that, and I'm going to be moving this to there, and then you guys can look at it at your leisure, because I'll turn around and take that link and I'll post it both on Facebook and Instagram. So I think that's a great idea. All right, so now I'm going to set this to the side, and as I look around, I knew I was missing something. Hold on, guys. Where's that other bowl? Oopsie. Okay, so this brings me back to another question, or not question, but a statement. Origin of cupcakes. Any idea where cupcakes came from? Any thought? I'll throw that out there to you. So actually, believe it or not, cupcakes were first brought about in the 19th century. Doesn't that seem so long ago nowadays? Hold on a second. 19th century. And it was actually done here in the good old USA. Lately, all the bakes I've been doing have been in Paris, from Italy, different places. This one is right here from home. Okay, so now in another bowl, you're going to add in your eggs, and it's 3 eggs. And what I did, of course, I'm looking for a spatula. Throw in your eggs, your sugar, where's my teaspoon at? I almost threw that whole thing in there. That would have been disastrous. Okay, hold on, guys. Sorry. As I said, our kitchen, our oven, it was like going up really super high, then down really, really low. And I'm like, oh no, how am I going to do this bake if I can't get the temperature right? So I figured it out. Also, I checked it with my son, who knows all about keeping up with the maintenance of things. All right, so now you're going to add 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice. So I squeezed that today. And then you're going to add your milk. Well, before we add that in, I'm going to come back let's mix this up. I told you, scattered today. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. We're going to actually add this to the flour. So we're going to, or I may just mix it all in here. You just want to make sure that the egg, the lemon juice, and that's done. If anyone noticed, I had a red KitchenAid before. I do still have the red KitchenAid. However, because I'm doing these different bakes, my little bowl, I got another one so that this is the only one I use for gluten-free. You know, you got to be careful. My son-in-law is highly allergic to gluten. So I would hate for something to get to him or any of my customers that are gluten-free who have severe allergies to it or celiac disease. We can't have them get sick, so I always make sure that I have everything separate. In fact, this side of my kitchen is gluten-free. I was going to put a little note up here, but we finally figured out nothing with gluten goes on this side of the kitchen. All right. So now we're going to come back to the flour, put that down, put these back in again, and I just wiped them because we're going to use it again. And then we're going to take the butter. This is actually 2 sticks of butter. I don't know what happened to my spatulas, but it's all good. And now what you're going to do is you're just going to put it on low, and you're just going to break up that butter into the gluten-free. Now a lot of people will say, wow, 2 sticks of butter, but listen, when you're baking with gluten-free, you always want to make sure that you have enough fats to mix in, or else you're going to have a very dry bake, and you don't want that to happen. So what I'm doing is just mixing this in so that it is almost pea size. There may be some pieces that are a little bit bigger, so it's always good to make sure your butter is room temperature. It doesn't have to be, you don't want it melted, and you don't want it super cold because it just makes it harder. So room temp is perfect. Okay, so now we're going to actually add the milk in. I'm going to just use this into our liquid. Now this is the crazy part. We're going to add this liquid into our dry ingredients. Well, with the butter as well. So we're just going to pour all of that in there. Make sure I get most of it, because believe it or not, you're going to use every last piece of this in here. And then you're just going to incorporate the wet ingredient with the butter and the dry ingredients. And believe it or not, it's going to turn into a really nice batter that you'll be able to use. Let me throw out one more thing. So, though this was done in the 19th century, it actually wasn't named, well, let me go back. In 1796, cupcake was actually brought up by Amelia Simmons in her cookbook. But she didn't call it a cupcake. She referred to it as a small cake, and that's how they looked at it. So it wasn't until, I have to look at my little notes here, 1828, when Eliza Leslie actually called it a cupcake. And actually it was still the same thing. So as you can see, we've got a batter here. I'm going to put this to the side because, of course, and let me just grab this so it doesn't go all the way in. What happened to my... Boy, this really... What happened to the batter? I'm asking my sister. Not in there. Okay, well, basically, this is the batter right here. So the thing is when you do the... I don't know what happened to my batter. Where did it go?
Look over there at the table.
Oh, it sure is. Well, I'm telling you, when something goes wrong, it really does, doesn't it? It sets you off, and then you have to kind of bring yourself back and go, oh yeah, and just kind of laugh about it. So here's the batter. The reason why I didn't want to use this batter yet is that when you're doing any type of cooking or baking and you're using gluten-free, do yourself a huge favor and wait 30 minutes because that gluten-free flour has no gluten in it. You know, and most of you may know what gluten is, and basically you're looking at proteins. It's like, the best way I can explain it is when you make bread, if you hold up the dough from bread or tortillas and you go like this, it stretches, right? And the more you knead the bread dough or the tortilla dough, it stretches more because that protein is starting to get together. That's the gluten. But in gluten-free baking, or if you're cooking with anything that has gluten-free, that protein is missing. It's not on there. So this batter has been sitting, and you could tell a huge difference between this batter and the one that I just put together. So what you do is you take a cookie pan or a cupcake pan, line it with liners. We'll move these down. I have more. We just put that in because we were rushing around at the last minute. And when you do this, you want to make sure, I like using an ice cream scooper because it really helps to make sure you get the right amount in. You want to fill the little cups so that they're about 3/4 filled. So I'm going to get these. I'm not going to do them all, don't worry. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch. But I want to get these done right so I can show you what it looks like. That one got a little bit too much, but that's all right.
Can I just go closer?
Yeah. So this is about 3/4 filled. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's writing there, so I'm just going to pull it up over here so that you can all see it there. So this way you give the cupcake a chance to grow because it's going to puff up some. So we're going to do that, and then we would put that in the oven at actually 355, and that's where we found out there was a problem because it wouldn't go. But because of the magic of TV, ta-da! This is what they look like. Don't they look delicious? I'm going to come up close so that you can all see.
Can you lower it a little bit?
Yeah. On the camera that my sister is using for Instagram, it has to be lower, but my brother said bring it up higher for Facebook because of, I guess, all the people. Oh, let's see, who's on there? Fonzie's on, which means I probably have Evelyn watching. And then there's Carla. Hey, Carla. Victor. Hey, how are ya?
Monique.
So, and she made it on.
Anthony.
And oh, hey, my other son is there too. So I got a crowd.
And
That's nice.
Gloria.
Oh, good. Gloria. There's a couple of Glorias. So I'll just say hi, Gloria. All right. So here's the fun part. So then you take your cupcake. You could use almost anything. You don't have to use the special little cupcake thing. You can actually take a potato peeler, a core. You could even take, and I don't have one handy, but a nozzle from doing pastries. You could use that and scoop it in and pull it out. So you could use almost anything. Let me see. I think there's a question. Can't wait to try them. Definitely. I did one similar for my grandniece's birthday, and I added chocolate because I know they all love chocolate, and I know she does too. So I put hers with a chocolate ganache and some chocolate chips at the bottom. So hers was a little bit different than this one. So now here's the fun surprise part. I'm going to come back here.
Are you going to show us how you pop it up?
Oh, yeah, I could do one like that. Good idea. In fact, I'm just going to turn this way. So you just, where you want to get to in the center, you press down, twist, and you pull back up. And you can actually go a little bit lower so you can definitely get some of the good stuff there. Let me see if I can get that one. Did you see that all?
Yes, we did.
Okay. I like to just scoop it out a little bit. If you do it too hard, you break up the cupcake. All right, so now I said the surprise. The surprise is actually the Mama Cheesecake New York Lemon, and it also has lemon curd. Have you ever wondered how, different ways? I know you've seen like people use a special pastry bag that has two different pastry bags in one nozzle, and you can put different colors in there so you can get great colors on your frosting. But what about if you wanted to put in a filling and do two different fillings? So here's a cool little trick. Take your pastry bag, and if you don't have a pastry bag, remember you can always use a Ziploc bag. And take whatever flavor you're using, in this case my lemon curd, and you're going to line the inside of the bag with the lemon curd. And then I put the cheesecake in between, in the middle, and I actually put a little lemon curd in between there because I really wanted to make sure that lemon curd. Here's another little trick. If you're using a piping bag and you've got your pastry tip here, I twist it and push it in when I'm filling it up. So this way it doesn't all come out. So now I'm just going to twist, and there it comes. And you just actually put it right in. Now you can see some of the lemon curd and you see the cheesecake there. Again, just push it in. Oh, some little extra lemon curd went on that one. And the same thing. And that's so easy. Now the other thing I'm going to do, let me just dry this up, because I want to make sure that when these are eaten, that they can really taste that lemon curd. So I've got my lemon curd here, a fresh batch, and I'm just going to put a little dollop right there on the very top. Another little dollop, and put that right on top. So it's going to kind of cover that cheesecake. Ooh, that one needed more. Lucky person, they're getting a lot on this one. Okay, and then we'll do one more and get this done. Ooh, these are, my mouth is watering right now, guys, because I know it's just so good. So now, I actually didn't want to take the time and do the whole frosting, but I can let you know. So this is a buttercream frosting. Like most of you, probably like myself, I have a hard time with buttercream frosting because it is so sweet. Because basically it's nothing but butter and a ton of powdered sugar. I do use organic sugar. But I started reading, probably several months ago about, like what happens if you make something too sweet. And it said you add some salt. And then another article that I read talked about using lemon juice. And I went, I wonder what would happen if I would add that to the buttercream. And guess what? It worked like a dream. So there is 4 cups of organic powdered sugar here. And there is 1 cup of softened butter, which basically means it's 2 sticks of butter, because it's 1 stick is 4 ounces. So 2 sticks of butter. And the key, and this has heavy whipping cream in it, and it also has a pinch of salt, and it has a teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. And I think it's really important to use fresh lemon juice. So it really helps to cut that sweetness of it, so you can't taste that really sweet, but yet you still get to use this like a frosting. It's perfect. Now I added some extra lemon juice only because I knew I wanted that lemon flavor to come out, and instead of adding vanilla like you normally would, I added lemon extract. So now I'm just gonna, let's see if this works. I can't hold it up and do this at the same time, so we're just gonna go around. This has been sitting for a while, and I had it too close to, there we go, there's one. Let's get another one really quick. Oh, you guys have no idea how hard I'm pressing on this bag. There's 2. I'll get to the third one after. So now, because these are poppy seed, this over. Because this is poppy seed, I thought, well, I think the topping should be some poppy seeds. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of poppy seeds on there, and a little bit here. And then, just for fun, I found these cute little, it's not glitter, but I thought these were fun. Look at the funfettis going all over the place. It's because I had this too close to the ice. But it works. Voila. This is the lemon poppy seed cupcakes with New York lemon cheesecake and lemon curd. Don't they look divine? Let's go ahead and cut one so we can take a look at what it looks like inside. Okay, squish that down. My sprinkles went everywhere. There. Looking for a knife. Here we go. All right, so we're cutting through this. Oh, look at. Can you see that?
Yes.
Delicious. Oh, I'm sorry. You needed. I'll put one down and one up. How's that? You can see that lemon curd. You can see that cheesecake. So the only thing left to do now is to actually take a bite. Ah. Mmm. Oh man, guys. That is super delicious. Mmm. That is so good. That lemon curd together with the creaminess of the New York lemon, and you've got that New York lemon in the back. And then the poppy seed and the slight lemon flavor that's coming from the poppy seed cupcake. Absolutely delicious. And that frosting, very good. Normally I would be like, ew. I'll show you another little secret. See if I can do it with this. I should have done it with the bigger half. The way you're supposed to eat cupcakes. I saw this actually on TikTok. Break it in half, take the frosting, smash it down in the middle, and you got a cupcake sandwich. Absolutely delicious. Let me see. Oh, how cute. Well, it is. It's a really cute little cupcake. So, what else? Oh, here's another little tidbit. That actually, in 1919, that was the first year that cupcakes were actually inside a commercial store. Can you believe that? That's so crazy. And it wasn't until it was after 1919. Actually, it was Hostess put it out as a snack cake. At that time, I believe they did not have the filling. It wasn't until a little bit after that that they started doing the filling. And of course, bakers and pastry chefs all over started doing the same thing. It was like, you just have to, when you see something, you got to decide, what else can I do to elevate it higher? So that was one thing. So guys, I know things are opening up everywhere. A lot of people are going back to work, as I mentioned in the beginning. Please make sure you're wearing your mask. If anybody places an order with Mama Cheesecake, you get a free Mama Cheesecake mask. And darn if I don't have it again in front of me so I could show you all. But it has the cute Mama Cheesecake logo on it. Don't forget, do not stop supporting small business. We need your support. We really do. When this all first hit and my accounts all closed, I was mortified. I really didn't know what to do. There was literally a day I was in my closet crying, and I remember speaking on the phone with my cousin Maureen, and I was just in tears because I didn't know what I was going to do. And that's how this all started, is I figured I have to at least keep the name out there, and this would be a perfect way to do that. So don't forget small business. Get to those restaurants. Order from them, because a lot of them are still doing the takeout if they can't adjust their restaurant for you to come in and dine. Don't pass them up. Please order takeout and go get it from them. Don't forget your salon, your stylist. I go to mine. I'm going to go to mine. That's why I still have it this way and didn't change my hair. Have to cover all the gray, of course. But I get to go to my stylist on Sunday. What else? And you know what? If it's for you, because I've been on this big kick. You do you and I'll do me. So if doing you is supporting the demonstrations that are going on, that's that hashtag Black Lives Matter. This is so important, as I said in my last video, so very important for all of us, right? So if you can't go out there and march, or you choose not to because of the coronavirus, and I get it, trust me, I can't go out, as I mentioned before, because our mother is 96 and I would have to go find someplace else to live, because she travels back and forth between her home and our home here in Whittier. So I can't. But I support as much as I can. I've donated, I've made phone calls, I've sent out letters to congressmen, senators, and I think some of it got posted, but I'll repost everything on there. Do what you can, support them. And there's also a place you can donate to help with a lot of the demonstrators that were arrested. So anyway, take a look. And again, I'm not saying you have to support them if that's not what you want to do. Let me see. I just saw something. Oh, Evelyn says hi. Hey, Evelyn. That's my sweetie over there. So hopefully you liked your cupcakes, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, please support. But don't worry. You do you, and I'm going to continue doing me. And for me, that means helping as much as I can within the community whenever I can. So the fact that I can't do the different poppy seed floating around in my mouth. So just, I don't want to ramble too much, so I'm going to cut it here. And I will put more stuff up on Facebook and Instagram. Hope you guys enjoyed that little movie or video of Hollywood Boulevard. That was so awesome to see that. Unfortunately, of course, they came and washed it all away. But anyway, love you all. Thank you for stopping in, and hopefully we'll see you again next Wednesday. See ya.